They wanted to cater their products and services towards the globe. So such companies are called as multinational companies. In today's generation, human resource HRD is very important to study and understand because they are the assets, they are the true factors of production. It can take away the power of the nation. Since new things are adopted, new innovative things are adopted, they always stick on to new things. Our rules and regulation, our government rules and regulation, the autonomy, the power what they have will be misleaded. Hello everybody, I'm your Divya ma'am, Assistant Professor from Department of Commerce and Management, lecturing Vidhyaashram First Grade College, MYSURU, the Temple of Excellence. It's my honor and privilege to welcome you all for the session 3 on your Unit 3, Economic and Global Environment. Moving forward, the agenda for today's discussion: definition and meaning of multinational companies, merits of multinational companies, demerits of multinational companies, and reasons for growth of multinational companies. And we'll also be discussing about transnational companies. So before starting our class, my dear students, so what are your favorite food? If I ask the same question again and again over the sessions, you will say we love to go to McDonald's, we love Coca-Cola, the brand which we love is Nike, and the brand that is most popular in all of us are these brands: McDonald's, Coca-Cola, Nike. When we take up the company Apple, so all these are which companies? Are they our domestic companies or they are which companies? What are their features and why are they so popular? What are the marketing strategies they are doing? They are multinational and transnational companies. So Apple, your Nike, McDonald's, if we want to take up an example. So all these are the transnational companies. So let us understand what is multinational companies is all about, what is transnational companies is all about, and we'll also be discussing what are the reasons that is there in a particular India, why the particular brand is so famous, and all the topics that we'll discuss in today's class. Moving forward, let us look into the definition first and the meaning of multinational company. So multinational company, the word itself says multi means many. Company, many companies all across the nation is called as what? Multinational companies. I'll repeat, multinational companies. Multi means many. Many companies all across the nation is called as what? Multinational company. So one home country will be there. So the original company where the company exists in a country, that is called as home country, and the other branches are host country, so which will be catering the product, goods and services, and they'll be producing the goods and services in the different location, the different countries. So such type of companies is called as what? Multinational companies. So in the last class we have discussed about the stages of globalization. When we discuss stages of globalization, we have discussed about the different stages, how a domestic company will reach towards the global company. So similarly, MNC and transnational company are the different forms of organization that they'll try to achieve their goals towards the globe. They wanted to cater their products and services towards the globe. So such companies are called as multinational companies. So they are located in home country. The founded country will be in the one country, that is called as home country. The respective branches will be at a different location, and that is called as host country. So home country will be controlling the other host countries' production, goods and services, their customers accordingly. So this is called as multinational company. Moving forward, according to an ILO report. So what do you all mean by ILO report? International Labour Organization have given the report and they have given a definition. So that definition I have taken to you all to make you all understand what is multinational company is all about. The essential nature of multinational enterprise. What is the essential important of multinational company is that they are managerial headquarters located in one country, referred to as home country. So they manage the other different host countries. So their headquarters, their home country, the located country, the founded country will be one place, and that is called as home country. And that home country, through that company itself, they will be controlling the other host branches, the other host company. So referred to for, that is home country, while the enterprises carrying out operations in the number of other countries are called as host country. As I have told you, two things you need to understand here, my dear students. One is home country, the other is host country. What is home country? The original existence of the original foundation of that particular company, where the company has started, that is called as home country. And the branches where it is set, that is called as host country. So home country is called as headquarter, and that will control the other host countries, so other different countries. So McDonald's we have in one particular place, US, that is being controlled all across the nation, all across the world. In Bangalore we have one branch, in Karnataka, in India, has a whole thing. If we wanted to take all together, so that will be the host country controlling the headquarters, that is the controlled by the home country, and that is called as multinational company. Moving forward, a corporation that controls, a corporation means a company that controls production, facilitate in more than one country. Such facility have been acquired through the process of foreign direct investment, through FDI. So what they do, they will enter the other different markets, other different world's economy, and they establish their branches, and then they cater the products and services through FDI process, and that is called as multinational companies. Hope the meaning and the definition in this particular slide is clear for you all. To explain in a simple words, multinational companies are the company or are the enterprise which have the original country, that is the home country, in one location, and it will have the other branches in the different location, different places, different countries, and the host country will be controlled by the home country. The production, the distribution of goods and services, everything will be taken care by the home country. So such type of country is called as, such type of company is called as what? Multinational companies. So many example as I have given you, McDonald's, Apple, if we take up KFC, if we take up an example of Nike, all these are the different multinational and transnational companies. Moving forward, let us discuss the advantages of multinational companies. So we have lot of employment opportunity. The technology what we are using in today's generation is all because of multinational companies. So it is very important to understand the advantages what we have from multinational companies. So if you are in a domestic company, you try to expand your business. So everybody want to expand the business, everybody want to earn more and more profit. So in order to have a global customer, you go for the stages of internationalization, that is your globalization. You start moving your products towards the international, then towards a global, then you will reach to multinational, then you will reach to transnational. This is the stages or the process of going international. So why it is important, why MNC is predominantly playing a very important role in the economy. So if you say where your brother or sister is working, you say she is working in IT, she is working in, he or she is working in multinational company. So what is this multinational company? Why it has been a word of mouth in everybody's house. So if we want to take up an example, and we have to look after the advantages. So multinational companies helps in increasing the investment level and thereby the income and employment in the host country. So when they set their branches at the different geographical location, at the different countries, the investment opportunity will increase. When you have an investment opportunity, you can establish your company in more than one country. You can avail the advantages of that particular country, reap the resources and the technology and the factors of production that is very easily available to you all. So that is why all the multinational companies, they produce at a international level. So when they have to set up their branches, they set up for the cheap land and the resources, that is laborers, that is available in that particular country. For that purpose only, multinational companies, in order to reduce the cost, in order to cut down the cost, in order to make more profit, they go for the international, they go for multinational companies establishing their business all across the different world. So it increases the employment opportunity, it increases the income, and it is also increases the investment. That is the first advantage that we have. The second advantage is the transnational corporations have become vehicles for the transfer of technology, especially to the developing countries. So our standard also increase. At the same time, the developing countries will move towards the development, the infrastructure will increase, the technology what is there will come to our particular India. So all these are the advantages that we have in multinational company. So they also kindle. What is this kindle? It is nothing but to set up a fire, to boost the managerial revolution. If you go for the a particular India, so what our industries practice they are following is still the traditional management practice, like division of labor, Henry Fayol's principle, and the father of management, that is Henry Fayol, F.W. Taylor. So all these are the principles the scientists have given, the management thinkers have given few of the principles. So still the existence of traditional mindset is there in our industry at present for the management practice. So the technology has evolved. At the same time, the IT has come in our industries. Labor intensive technology have been replaced by capital intensive technology. Human resource today is treated as an asset. So all this revolution has happened, but still our particular India as a country, they always stick on to traditional management practice. So this revolution has to change. How it will be changed? That is only through MNCs, multinational companies. So wherein they bring up new management techniques such as PERT, CPM. If we want to take an example of SMART goals, management by exception. So all these are the management techniques we have in today's generation, today's world, that has to be taken and considered in our present management practice, so that it will boost the managerial revolution in the host country through professional management and the employment of highly sophisticated management techniques. So industrial revolution can be seen when MNC come into our different countries. So different technology, different access of technology, different countries, religious culture, the nature will be mixed with our tradition. At the same time, it will lead to another holistic concept of management thinking. So that is the advantage that we have through MNCs. And again, when we talk about multinational companies' advantage, it enables the host country to increase their export, decrease their import requirements. So we are high in imports. We want to import the raw materials to make up our finished goods. So when you have a mindset of increasing the export, that is through MNCs, it will boost the country's economy, it will increase the income, at the same time the standard of living, the export, the products will reach at a global level. So that is the advantage we have through multinational companies. Moving forward, we have few of the other points. So let us discuss all those points by one. They work to equalize the cost of production. Equalize. What do you all mean by equalize? to cut down the cost, to make sure. So if what are the factors of production? We have land, labor, capital and organization, and we have the human asset. So for in today's generation, human resource HRD is very important to study and understand, because they are the assets, they are the true factors of production. So if land is cheaper, what if we invest in one country where the land is very cheap, the labor is very cheap, so what it will happen, it is less expensive for the company. When they have a less expensive, they can invest their operative cash, their operative income through other project, so that the money flow will increase in the organization. When it increases, it equalizes the cost that will incur to acquire the cost of acquire the factors of production. So around the world where the resources are less expensive, if we start taking up, we can produce it at a greater quality at a lesser price, what customers want in today's generation. So that is the advantage we have. Moving forward, we have MNCs provide an efficient means of integrating means bringing together the nation economy, the world's economy. So today what medicine is manufactured in Japan or Germany or China, we are getting that medicines. What India is producing, Ayurvedic medicine, that has been exported to other countries. How we have a good rapport between the other world nation is through, because of this multinational company, that is happening through business. So it is important to understand what are the features of multinational companies, how the multinational companies work, and they always have an advantage that we are seeing in today's class. The enormous resources of multinational enterprise enables them to have a very efficient resource and development system. So as a multinational enterprise which have the resources, the money with them, they can concentrate more on the research and development system. Thus they make an commendable contribution to the inventions and innovations. Greater invention and innovations are coming up, that is because of multinational companies. So through multinational companies, inventions can happen, innovations can happen in the field of research and development. Through that, many problem solving solutions will be founded and it can be helpful for our citizens. Moving forward, the MNCs also stimulate domestic enterprise. It boosts the domestic enterprise. It increases the standard of domestic enterprise. It also helps in bringing up new strategies, reforming their structure, the way of the system that they used to work. So that system, the resources, the technology, they can adopt from MNC. So it also boosts the domestic enterprise and support their own operations. So the MNC may encourage and assist domestic suppliers. So what MNC will do, they will contribute towards the development of the domestic suppliers as well. So they take the resources, they take the main raw materials from the domestic country, so from the domestic company, so that it also encourages the domestic company. Moving forward, MNC helps in increasing competition and break domestic monopolies. So domestic monopoly is a situation where a single seller will be there selling a product for many buyers. Single seller, many buyers with a unique product, that is called as monopoly. So domestic monopoly products will have a breakthrough MNC. So when a multinational company comes, whatever technology we are using today in our present India, that has been outdated in the other countries. So they are 20 years, 30, 50 years is ahead of us. So what technology they are using is already outdated. So if the domestic companies uses that, if their branches is set in our country, so they can put a monopolistic break. So what happens when you have a unique product? So definitely the price will be high. There is a increase in the demand. So what happens? There will be monopoly in the situation in the particular market. To avoid this, multinational companies will help the domestic companies to have a healthy competition. So that is the advantage we have. Moving forward, as advantages we have disadvantages as well. What are the disadvantages? So as Leonard Gomes points out the MNC technology is designed for worldwide profit maximization, not the development need for poor countries. So it is mainly for development of their own companies. So to make a profit maximization, their main objective will be, they are not concentrating on the poor country, developed country. So that kind of MNCs will not suit our Indian economy. Why it will not help our country is because it will reap the scarcity, it will reap the resources what we have. They will take away the resources, and the resources will not be there for our future generations. So that is also one of the disadvantages we have. Moving forward, through their power and flexibility, multinational companies can evade and undermine national economy. It can take away the autonomy and control of the nation. It can take away the power of the nation. Since new things are adopted, new innovative things are adopted, they always stick on to new things. Our rules and regulation, our government rules and regulation, the autonomy, the power what they have will be misleaded by the multinational companies. MNC may destroy competition and acquire monopoly power. They may destroy the domestic production, the resources they can take away, and they also can take away the profits. So that is why number of sick industries are more in India. The industry sickness is more in India is because of multinational companies. So MNC retard growth of employment in the home country. So it decreases the, so what, all the highly specialized professional, they'll go back to abroad, they'll go to the abroad countries for working. So they will take away our country's main resources, that is human resources, through multinational companies. So it decreases the growth of employment in the home country. Moving forward, the transfer pricing enables MNC to avoid the taxes. So the taxation, the manipulation will be done on infrastructure and the different company transactions what they show. So they may evade the tax. Next point, the multinational companies have been criticized for their business strategies. They have been, the strategies what they formulate is affecting on the domestic products. So if we take an example, many of the industries are emitting gases through producing in a large scale. So that is definitely harmful for the society, right? So that is the thing. Multinational company, as it is also concentrating on the employment generation, profit maximization, developing their company, at the same time it is also giving lot of disadvantages to the home country, that is the present host country what they are hosting. So today it is very important to understand. So if we take up Delhi as an example, people are using mask and the oxygen. Why it is there? There are a lot of industries that are set up in our particular India. So they are emitting lot of gases which is toxic to the environment as well as for our animals as well as for human beings. So that is very disadvantages that we can see in our MNC establishing in our country and operating their firms. Next we have, they undermine local culture and traditions. They doesn't have an uphold on our culture what we follow. So they undermine our culture and tradition, change the consumption habit of our people. Earlier where you were having this pizza, the burger and whatever KFC you love to eat, all the continental food you love to take today. So the changing habit is done through MNCs. That is a disadvantage, and we have lot of side effects that we have when you consume it on a daily basis. All these are the disadvantages that we can see in our MNC. So dump harmful products in the developing countries. What they do, the medicine, to prepare a medicine we need to do lot of experiments, and the experiments is happening on what, on animals. So that is also causing through MNCs, multinational companies. So if we talk about many natural environmental factors that has been contributed, everything is through that is harmful from the MNCs itself. So it is important to understand the advantages and disadvantages of multinational companies. Moving forward, growth of MNCs. Why there is lot of growth from multinational companies. What is the reason? The first is global expansion. They can cater their products all across the globe. Example, Coca-Cola. If we want Coca-Cola in India, Australia, Dubai or many other countries, we get Coca-Cola. That we have a global expansion of the market. We can cater our products through all across the globe. That is, globalization has happened, and the Coca-Cola is a major product that we are using for beverages in today's world, taking over of foreign competitors' firms. So we can take over. See, if your company is not working properly, what you do? You think of selling it off. At the same time, you think of merging with the other company. You take off acquiring the other company. So all these are the corporate level strategies. So why do you do this corporate level strategy? In order to earn the profit, at the same time, you doesn't want to give up in a particular market. So all this is possible through multinational companies. So they can take over the foreign competitors like BMW, such an example if we want to give up. Next, we have merger with the foreign firms into one large international company. So we have GlaxoSmithKline. So what is this? It has been merged with the other foreign firms to take over the international company. So that is why all this free access of trade, liberalizing in the policies, rules and regulation, they can access all the resources, technology, that has led to the growth of MNC. Vertical integration, they also integrate. What they do? They acquire the companies that sell you material. What is the raw materials you wanted? If you acquire that company, it will become your company. Rather than purchasing, you take away the company as a own company. So that is called as vertical integration. So that happens, then manufacturing will be very easy. The production will be very easy. Moving forward, we have horizontal integration as well. So acquiring the companies that make similar components that along with yours will go into a final product. Suppose you are manufacturing an automobile company takes away or acquire the automobile company itself. What happens? The production, the final product will go very smoothly. Next, we have diversification. The products can be diversified. Lace, we have only one flavor. No, we have variant of laces. If you want to take up an example, the chips. So what is there? That is diversified according to the taste, according to the needs and the preferences of customer. The products can be diversified as per their culture, religion and taste and preferences. So we get only this option through multinational companies. When you set up branch at a different geographical location, you will understand the taste, preference and the customer and the need of the customer. Then you can cater the product as per their requirement. So that is only possible through MNC. So that is why we can see a lot of growth of multinational companies in 21st generation. Next, we have is profit maximization. To enhance the profit, to increase the profit, keeping this in mind, multinational companies are emerging in today's world. So that's it for today's class. To conclude the class, we have discussed about multinational companies, what are the advantages and disadvantages. We have also discussed why there is a rapid growth in multinational companies. So that's it for today's class. Hope the session was very interesting and fruitful. Smile is the biggest jewel people you can wear. Please keep smiling. Thank you.